think back on these times and the dreams we left behind, I'll be glad 'cause I was blessed to get to have you in my life. When I look back on these days, I'll look and see your face. You were right there for me. In my dreams I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart there'll always be a place for you for all my life. I'll keep a part of you with me, and everywhere I am there you'll be. And everywhere I am there you'll be. Will you show me how it feels to feel the sky within my reach? And I always will remember all the strength you gave to me. Your love made me make it through. Oh, I owe so much to you. You were right there for me. In my dreams I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart there'll always be a place for you for all my life. I'll keep a part of you with me, and everywhere I am there you'll be. 'Cause I always saw in you my light, my strength. And I wanna thank you now for all the ways you were right there for me. You were right there for me. In my dreams I'll always see you soar above the sky. In my heart there'll always be a place for you for all my life. I'll keep a part of you with me, and everywhere I am there you'll be. And everywhere I am there you'll be. There you'll be.
Someday you wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are raindrops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dare to, oh why can't I? Oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I?
This is a great Kodak moment right here. You may be seated. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I want to thank you for coming out today to the IDEA 2018 commencement ceremony. My name is Darrell Bowers, and I'm the director of IDEA, and I'm pleased to have on the stage behind me our board member, Susie Sam, also the IDEA assistant director, Janice Haberman, our distinguished speaker, Dr. Talis Kohlberg, who's with us tonight. Also behind me are 60 graduates, approximately, some of whom are from the IDEA Homeschool program, who have been homeschooled, some of them all their lives. And we're here tonight to honor their commitment and also the commitment of their parents. We also have behind me our iGrad students who are a part of our credit recovery program, who are here tonight to receive their diplomas, in some cases overcoming significant odds in order to do so. And by a show of hands, how many of you in the audience are empty nesters after tonight's ceremony? There you go. We're especially excited for you tonight. Thank you all for being here. One of the things we like to do at our IDEA graduation ceremonies is showcase the talents of some of our students. And tonight, we are pleased to welcome Joanna Lockwood, one of our graduates, who's going to be performing the song Memory from the musical Cats. Joanna? Thank you, Joanna. That was beautiful. I'm pleased to welcome tonight as our guest speaker, Dr. Talis Kohlberg. Talis is Chancellor Fran Ulmer appointed Talis Kohlberg as the 10th director of MatSu College in August of 2010. And Talis is a third-generation Alaskan, born in the territory of Alaska in 1958. He graduated from Palmer High School in 1976, PLU in 1979, and Pepperdine University School of Law in 1983. He earned a PhD in Northern Political History and Culture from the University of Alaska Fairbanks in 2008. Governor Palin appointed him as the 20th Attorney General for Alaska in 2006. Dr. Kohlberg has been twice elected to the MatSu Borough Assembly and twice elected as Borough Mayor. He has been president of both the Alaska State Fair Board and the Palmer Rotary Club. In addition, he served twice as the chair of the Alaska State Humanities Forum and was a member of the board of directors of the Alaska Sea Life Center. He currently serves on the Alaska Historical Commission and the board of the MatSu Health Foundation. In 2015, Governor Bill Walker presented him with the Alaska Governor's Award for Distinguished Service to the Humanities. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Talis Kohlberg.
Graduates, congratulations. 42 years ago, not far from here, I started the journey you're about to begin. I'm now near the other end of that journey, and I envy you for where you are. Today is sort of a demarcation line when you are leaving home and the guidance and supervision and control of others and stepping into independence of sorts. You start to make more and more of your own decisions. And the freedom that comes with that is often liberating, but sometimes it's something that's a little bit illusory. It's hard to get a hold of getting traction and really making your own way, to become what makes you unique and to make it a good experience. All too often, you're going to encounter people that say, I wish I had done this or that, and it didn't work out. Else in the area, we're saying that's ridiculous. It's afternoon, it's about 5 o'clock, you should plan this out. But I wanted to show that I was independent, and he wanted to encourage it. And when I look back on it, he was one of those people who was always there in my corner, always there for me. And I think most of you have the good fortune of having many people like that in your life, and you may come to realize the importance of them more and more as time goes on. But some people don't have that, someone who's always there in their corner, always there for them. It's a huge, huge factor, especially when things go sideways. We took off that afternoon, arrived at Lake Louise about 9 o'clock. There was at that point a turnoff that had a small trailer. We had a restaurant. We had stew. We continued and got to Chitna well past midnight. It was twilight because it's Alaska. We settled into the campground. Next morning I woke up. New tree leaves on the cottonwoods were still light green. The sun was coming through, and you could hear the Copper River going by. We went on to McCarthy and crossed the river on a rope pole that you pulled yourself across in a basket before they had a bridge. And we had a great time walking around the Kennecott mines. Before it was a national park, you could do that. The trip itself was not new to my uncle. He didn't need to go. He had just simply, on the spur of the moment, decided to encourage me and make it part of my life and part of my memory. It was a great memory. He was a great friend. Ralph Waldo Emerson had it right. To have a friend, be one. And it's not that easy to do, but it's important to have them. As I grew older, I had a friend, and I have a friend, and many, actually, and they sometimes have gone to a lot of effort on my behalf, and I've asked that question, why do you do this for me? And one of them once said, it's simple, someone did it for me, and I hope you do it for someone else one day. One of my best friends and I have made a periodic annual camping trip somewhere in Alaska, and most of those trips over the decades have blurred together, but it's the ones that go sideways that stand out, and although both of us were born and raised in Alaska, we are not a credit to outdoorsmen anywhere. We chose the Swanson River system for a canoe trip, and we managed to get a canoe and go to the exact midpoint between the lakes where it switches over to the Moose River when we had punctured a hole about the size of a $50 in the canoe. It was a nice day, but it was like a fountain coming up, and we were not in an area that really had sturdy ground. We were in a dilemma. We found out that if you cut off a 1/4 inch of a Snickers bar and jam it in a hole, a Snickers bar will hold up for about 30 minutes before the water dissolves it. We would row for 30 minutes till the leak would start again, pull off to the shore, cut off another slice of Snickers bar, and we made it. It was one of those moments where we said to ourselves, we have lived. We have experienced something. Epic moments in your life don't need to be noticed by other people. It's what matters to you that you made the effort and had an experience. Same fellow and I had another trip that stands out in our memory. We chose the Johnson Pass Trail, which kind of cuts across the Seward Highway towards and ends up near Moose Pass. It's about 26 miles. It started off a beautiful day in September. Then the clouds came in, and as we neared the top of the pass, we noticed more and more signs of black bears, flattened grass everywhere. Then we started to see the black bears in the distance. And because it was clouding over and starting to drizzle, the kind of drizzle that after a few hours turns your hands into wrinkly, pear-like substances, we decided to pick a peninsula on a lake near the summit where we would be at least only one access point for the bears that we were obviously seeing in the distance. It got very dark. We're both essentially blind without our contact lenses, so we put on our glasses, tried to settle in, and then we heard the sloshing sound near our tent, and we couldn't see. We were both armed, as Alaskans often are, and we were trying to anticipate that should a bear come into our tent, it would be choosing the proper course of entry through the flaps in the front. So we had a rifle and a handgun aimed in the entryway, in the dark, with blurring glasses from the fog, and hearing the noise. And then it became more ominous because it was apparent there was more sloshing sound on the other side of the tent. There were two of them. We never slept a wink, although I was more alarmed at the end from my friend having a handgun and nodding off with it in his hands. As twilight came, we peered out of the tent to discover that the stalking bears were two beavers that had been busy throughout the night. We had survived. We had lived once again. Although the many trips blur together, they all become part of an effort to achieve those few moments that you will remember and cherish. And if you have a friend, someone that's always there for you, it's more meaningful. In 1985, President Ronald Reagan gave his second inaugural address, and it has this short paragraph which I've always loved. History is a ribbon, always unfurling. History is a journey, and as we continue our journey, we think of those who have traveled before us. Now we hear again the echoes of our past. A general falls to his knees in the hard snow of Valley Forge. A lonely president paces the darkened halls and ponders his struggle to preserve the Union. The men of the Alamo call out encouragement to one another. A settler pushes west and sings a song, and a song echoes out forever and fills the unknowing air. I've always loved the imagery of that passage, that life is a ribbon that unfurls. Keeping afloat a canoe with a Snickers bar is not Valley Forge, I know that. Being surrounded by beavers in the dead of night is not the Alamo. But they are part of the ribbon of my memories, and that's the exact point of it. They are my own memories, and if shared with a friend, made the better. They are my epic moments, and I just would say you need to be able to say, take the setbacks, look to your friends, and always try to search for those moments. Don't be one of those people that at the point of life where you're with my age group, you say, I wish I had tried that. Today, you can look back on life and remember people like I do. When I see the cottonwood trees still twinkle through the twilight of the sun, I still remember my Uncle John and I standing on the banks of the Copper River on our trip, the spur-of-the-moment trip. Make friends. Be the person that's always there for someone else. Be a mentor. Grab a Snickers bar and begin your adventure. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Kohlberg. This graduation night is brought to you by Snickers Candies. No, just kidding. Well, it's time to hand out a few diplomas. So, are you guys ready for that portion? Ready for adulthood? One of the things we do in IDEA is we honor our parents and allow them to present the diplomas. And so what we'll do is we'll call out the names of our graduates and we invite them to say a few words in the microphone over here, and then they'll come across and meet their parents. Our parents, our A's and B's, should start to make their way down this way because you're going to come up on the stage and we're going to give you a diploma cover and you're going to give that to your graduate. We've got an X marked down here on the floor where you can stand for photographs, and I invite you to make sure that you get that photograph. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so if you need to take an extra few seconds to make sure you get that picture, make sure that you do so. So without further ado, our parents of our alphabetically our A's and B's students, please make your way down this way, and I'll invite our administration and board members to make our way, and Dr. Kohlberg, if you'll help us out, we will prepare for the presentation of diplomas. You can stand right there. Dr. Kohlberg, why don't you come up here by me?
Elizabeth and Gayak.
Well, as you can tell from that speech we just heard, everybody has a story. And I am glad to say that my story has been filled with tons of people who have invested in me and my dreams and who have loved me so well. So Mom and Dad, thank you. And all my brothers and sisters too. And a special thank you to Miss Laura for being an amazing counselor these past 2 years. Thank you.
Keith Avery.
I want to thank my family for supporting me and helping me along the way, but I want to especially thank my mom and dad who have put up with me for so long. I love you guys.
Laura Berge. Mila Burton. Violetta Kamek.
Corners, three there, 4 behind me. Make sure you know where they are. And make sure you don't find yourself in one, because once you're in one, you won't be able to get a running chance to get out of one. I'd like to thank my family for keeping me out of those corners.
Donna Childs.
I'm doing this out of spite. Love you, fam.
Audrey Cox. Ethan Dawkins. Zachary Deathrow. Micah Fontecchio. Luke Ford.
I want to thank my family, but especially my mom. You've bent over backwards to get me here, and I'm really thankful for that.
Levi Gall. Shayla Garrett.
I would like to thank my family, but also a special thank you to my fiance who's not able to be here. Through everything, he was always there for me, so thank you.
Rebecca Hale.
I want to thank Mom and Dad Buckingham for being there with me and supporting me. I want to thank Mama for loving me through my life, and Emily, my younger sister and best friend, and Tanya Alexander for all the work. Thank you, friends and family, for coming. To God be the glory.
Cody Hendrickson. Grace Hill. Cammie Hoffman.
I'd like to thank my mom and dad and my friends and family for all coming and supporting me today.
Kaylin Hauser. Aubrey Hudson. Carson Inks. Serena Jackson.
I just want to thank my parents and my brother for supporting me.
Libby Ann Keller. Shelby Langvin. Molly Launderville. Amy Lynn Leisman.
I would like to thank my mom and my dad, my family, and my God for helping me be here today. I love you.
Joanna Lockwood.
I would like to thank my family and my mom and dad, especially for all that they've gone through with raising me. And I would like to thank Mrs. Tomer, my piano teacher, and Barbara Lashes, my contact teacher.
Benjamin Enrico Lucia. Noah Armando Lucia.
I would like to say thanks to my friends and family who helped get me here, and especially to my mom.
Destiny Lytle. Moshe Malkut. James McCullough. Brandon McInnes. Gregory Miller. Chloe Miller. Jeremiah Moyer.
I would like to thank the vast majority of my high school career to my mom for bending over backwards to help me through it. And then all my street knowledge I owe to my father for answering all those nagging questions I always had for him. As he said earlier today, the first 18 were free, now it's pay to play. So, it is time for me to grab a hold of my backpack and confidence and begin my adventure.
Alfred Jack Muncie. Cheyenne Olson. Felicia Ozella.
Hi. I'd like to thank my family and friends for helping me get here today.
Joshua D. Panawazik.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my contact teacher, Miss Lori, my family, mainly my mom and dad, and all my friends who came out to support me this evening. Thank you.
Sequoia Peterson.
I'd like to thank my friends and family, my significant other, for getting me through my whole entire high school career. It's been a long 18 years. Half of them I can't remember, but most importantly, I'd like to dedicate this rose to my father, Matthew Peterson, and smartest man I've ever known. He's taught me everything I know. I'm very thankful for him.
Madison Philman.
I would like to thank everyone at iGrad and IDEA for making this credit recovery possible, and I want to thank my mom and my fiance for helping me push through. Thank you guys.
Matthew Ritchie. Natalie Romo. Jonathan Brett Russell.
I'm just going to say thank you to my whole family and to all my friends and God. Yeah.
Joseph R. Ryan, UA Scholar recipient.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank my Lord Jesus Christ and also my dad and my mom. My mom's the best teacher ever. She's the most patient woman I know. And my dad for pushing me as hard as he can to get me where I am today. Thank you.
Lily Sawyer.
I'd like to thank my mom, who's always been there for me. There are no words that any poet or songwriter could ever write that could describe how much she means to me and how much I love her.
Paige Shield. Olivia A. Siegel, UA Scholars recipient.
I want to thank, first of all, Jesus Christ, my mom and dad, who are, the best parents in here, sorry. My entire family who's supported me every step of the way, my amazing contact teacher, Lori, my whole academic decathlon team from the past 4 years of Acadecca, and my best friend, Violet, all for supporting me through my life's journey. Thank you, guys.
Abigail Smith. Aaron Smith.
I'd like to thank my mom and dad and my family and friends and my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Abigail Smothers.
Before I receive my diploma, I'd like to thank both my mom and dad for supporting and encouraging me throughout high school, my contact teacher, Lisa Short, and I'd like to thank the 2018 Academic Decathlon team and our coach, Lori Zolger.
Alyssa Tachik. Kenneth Thomas. Hannah Mae Weber. Jacob Francis Whitesell. Matthew Winfrey.
Is there anybody that did not get a diploma by a show of hands? Okay, looks like we've done our job. How about one more round of applause for our graduates? Before we get on with the turning of the tassels, there's one more person that I want to thank tonight. Barbara Loshis is our graduation coordinator in the MatSu region, and we'd like to present her with a token of our appreciation. Barb, can you come out and receive your flowers? Come on, Amber. There's a lot of effort that goes into this, and Barb does a tremendous job to make sure it goes well. Thank you, Barb. Well, since every one of you seem to have gotten a diploma, I'll ask you to stand up, please. It's a great opportunity for photographs. IDEA graduates of 2018, will you please turn your tassels from right to left? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the IDEA graduating class of 2018.
celebrate and have a good time. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here. A dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. We invite you to join us in the lobby for a short reception. Thank you.